We're going to take a look at sharing in Google Drive. So I have this document I created, this test document here in my Drive. I'm going to open it up. We're going to look at these different action items here. So I want to share this. You want to share with the smallest applicable audience. So in this case, I'm going to share it with the one person that needs to view the document. And I can choose the level of access that they need. Not everyone needs to be an editor. And you can also, I don't know if you've noticed before, add expiration. So you can add a timeline that will automatically stop sharing this. So if you have a document for the school year that no longer needs to be accessed after the school year, for example, IEPs or 504s in particular, any item that may not need to be shared after a certain period of time, you can do a expiration date by clicking here on this view or this sharing status. You can choose to send or not send a message. I'm going to send this message. Did you notice also when I went to that sharing, I also got a link. So this link only gives access to the people who are granted access to that document. I can also share access with a group. So I can share it with our tech team, and then rather than sharing it with MS8060 and then just sending the link out to the people that need it, this is a more restrictive way of sharing, so that just is shared with the people that need to view or access. And once again, this link is only going to be able to share with this group. And I can send it with a message, or I can choose not to notify. So you can share with individuals, you can share with groups, and you can set an expiration date. Those are some pretty secure ways to share. There are times when it's appropriate to share with the entire district so that it's easily shareable. If you click on share and then change from restricted, you can change to MS8060, or you can share with anyone with a link. So anyone just with that link has the ability to access the document. So if you were to change to MS8060, you want to be especially careful with the ability to edit or view. And you want to make sure that this is the default, must have link to access. So the most secure way to share is that they must have the link to access. It is a good idea to remove access after something is no longer needed. The expiration is by far the easiest way to do that. But you can also go to, I just right clicked on this and I can go to sharing, and then I can remove access. Not that particular document. We'll go back to the document I was working on. If I go here, I can remove access by going back to the sharing settings and removing access, and save that. Now I am the only one that has access to the document. To simplify this entire process, you can move documents into a folder. So I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to add that test document into it. I'm going to go to my recent files. I often look at documents this way, and move my test document, slide it over into that test folder. I'm going to slide my music document over to that test folder. And now I can go to that test folder and I can change the people that are in there. So on this folder, I can right click to share. I can again share it with my team. I can share it with an individual. I can notify the people or not notify the people. I can set them their role, and I can also add an expiration date for that individual. And then rather than giving that individual access to each individual document within the folder, they have access to everything in that folder, and the access to everything in that folder expires after the expiration date. So if I wanted to, I could go back to share and I can remove access. If you're like me and have worked in the district for some years, you may be overwhelmed at the thought of reviewing all your sharing actions. I encourage you to just take it a little bit at a time and scan for high profile items that are maybe a particular sensitivity, and just chunk it and use the helpful link from the email to search for things that are shared with the entire district and start there.